So at this point, we're going to go for the special 2, and this is going to put up a lot of bleeds, and I'm realizing now that I'm doing the wrong video. All right, what is going on, my dudes? So we're back here today with the newest champion added to MCOC, which is Hercules in a Kraven cosplay, right? So this guy is pretty cool. He has some very interesting mechanics. I've been playing around with him for a couple hours straight now, and it's taken me a very long time to get used to him. He's very different. He's very different, and he's growing on me. He's growing on me. I don't think he's anywhere near perfect. In fact, I think he needs a few adjustments to be really good. However, let's talk about how he works. So he kind of has the root mechanic, right? And as always, there's a lot of text here, and you don't really need to know it. I'm just going to tell you what you do with this guy. So essentially, what you do with Kraven is you use the special 1 to set a trap, okay? And then this trap gets placed, and after 5 seconds, it becomes active. Now, what you have to do with this trap is push the opponent into it with a heavy attack or a special 2. Okay, so obviously the first trap you want to activate using a heavy attack. Every trap after that you want to activate using a special 2. Now, when the opponent is in a trap, okay, and based on his sig ability, pretty important, while the opponent is rooted, all bleeds are critical bleeds, multiplying their potency by 119.95%. We love those numbers, okay? 120%. So obviously that's a pretty important ability. The crit bleeds, they add for a lot of his damage, as you'll see. Also, the ability to have the unblockable on your mediums when they're rooted is also pretty big, and you'll see that. So my biggest issue with Kraven right now is that some of his durations seem a little tiny. So it's kind of hard to do things in the allotted period of time. And it creates a very stressful playstyle, and I'll show you. I had one really amazing run. I'm just testing a bit in Winter Soldier. I tested a bit in Act 6, Act 7, and stuff like that. It's all kind of the same, but just for damage and whatnot, right? And for rotations and everything, you have to be very, 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 very aggressive, and the AI has to let you do what you want to do in order to be very successful with Kraven. All right, so we're going to jump into a fight here. And I'm going to show you how all of this works, and I'm going to break down why it's stressful and why, things are the way they are with this guy. So basically, we're going to start by getting hit by a heavy attack on purpose. But Kraven's feeling like one of those champions to me where he's going to feel better as a rank 5 5-star over a 6-star rank 2 or a rank 3, mostly because of the combat power rate increase that you get at the rank 5 over rank 2 or rank 3. And you'll see what I mean, because you really want to chain those special 2s in a very small time period. So I'm going to go for the special 1 here. I'm going to lay the trap, okay? The trap is now laid. It takes 5 seconds to activate. Now, right here, I don't want him to push back into the trap. I'm going to push him into it with a heavy attack, all right? That is going to re-trigger the trap. So now I can re-trigger the same one without using a special 1 again. As you can see, I am well above 2 bars of power now. At this point, okay, check this out. Boom, throwing the special 2 while over the trap, okay? I was over it in the corner. At this point, I'm going right in. Gonna get as many critical bleeds as I possibly can. Gonna try and build as much power as I possibly can. Be super aggressive with those 2 suppressions on. Gonna bait out a special 2. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Watch this. I'm gonna take blocked hits to build power, okay? It'd be easier if I was a higher rank. I'm gonna use a special 2 to push them into the corner. There's that refresh bug that was happening with Enquiries, so about 8% damage right there, wasn't supposed to be there, but check it out, man. He's in the corner. We're going for these critical bleeds here, and now he has 35 bleeds on him, and that's doing some decent damage, okay? So as you can see, once you get rolling with Kraven, he has a very specific playstyle, but when he works, when the AI lets you do it, he's very, very good. Now, one of the biggest issues that I've had with him that I found happens so often now is that the AI just walks back. They dash back into the trap themselves, and that will kind of ruin your entire rotation, man, because then the trap can't be re-triggered and you have to go for the special 1, and you can't refresh the bleeds with the special 2. So I do think that needs to be adjusted or tweaked or changed a little bit so that if the defender traps themselves, it re-triggers the trap, which I think is very fair. I think that would make sense, right? The defender traps themselves, well, the trap goes again. Another thing is that, as you can see, I'm running 5 out of 5 deep wounds here, and some of those bleed refreshes were very tight. So I feel like the bleed timer could be a little extended by just a little bit. I think that's totally fair. And another thing is that, in Realm of Legends, you don't really have to worry about the opponent's special meter too much, right? You can push them to a special 3, that's fine. Winter Soldier never made it to a special 3 in this fight, but you know, in lots of content where you have to worry about that, you can't be super duper duper aggressive like this all the time, especially if the opponent isn't going to be throwing specials like Winter Soldier was here. So he doesn't have a taunt mechanic or anything, and the suppression is okay, but I really feel like that suppression should be changed to an enervate. So if this guy can re-trigger traps when the opponent traps themselves, if the bleeds were a little bit longer, and if the suppression was an enervate, I think he'd be freaking outstanding of a champion, man. I think he's a lot of fun to play. His damage potential is definitely decent once you get ramped out, and it's fast. It's very fast too. Like in the beginning, it's not great, like when you're just starting out. Like his basic hits are bad, his regular bleeds are bad, but once you like start getting a little bit ramped up, you have them trapped, you're getting those critical bleeds going, okay? As you can see right here, boom, 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 we're going to refresh everything with the special 2. All of those are going to put critical bleeds on. Root is paused during the special 2, gonna go in here, put more critical bleeds, and at this point, everything is starting to stack very nicely, okay? And now, here's the problem, right? So now at this point, I have to build back up to another special 2, that's the issue, and if he dashed back right here, that would be it. The fight would pretty much be over right there, right? But I got back up to a special 2, and just in time, I refreshed all those bleeds, as you can see. So, like I said, the 3 things about this guy, essentially, but it's just, if the bleeds were a little bit longer, if the AI walking backwards into a trap re-triggered a trap, and if his suppression was either stronger, if he had a taunt, or if he had an enervate, I think he'd be really, really great. As it stands right now, I don't know where I would really use this guy too much. He's a lot of fun in Realm of Legends, against Winter Soldier and other Realm of Legends champs, but unless he gets that enervate or taunt, and unless he becomes a little bit less stressful to play, I can't see myself really bringing him to Alliance War or Alliance Quest. Also, Act 6, Act 7, for the most part, I don't think I would take him in too much. I definitely want to explore him more. I've only had him for a very limited amount of time. He takes a lot of getting used to, a lot of, you know, I've been going at, you know, using him for a few hours now. And once you get him down, you kind of have him down there. And as you can see, you can get the opponent down in about two trapped refreshes, right? So the first trap, heavy attack, get them in. The second one, refresh with the special 2. The third one, refresh with the special 2. And then you pretty much have them down. 550,000 health. That's not bad. Like, his damage is okay. And when you stack all those bleeds up, that's okay. You do need to be awakened for the critical bleeds though, but only, you know, low sig. You don't have to worry about that. But yeah, like I was saying, I do think that a rank 5 high sig Kraven is going to be better than like a rank 2, rank 3, just less stressful to play, easier to play. If you throw the Mojo power rate synergy on top of it, then you got some good stuff going on. So I'm probably gonna mess around with the 5-star some more. This is just a quick, you know, rank 3 gameplay, man, and he's fun to play. He's very fun to play, but I do hope that they look into those adjustments a bit more. I've given that feedback in. Hopefully they look into it and they consider making some adjustments, because he has a lot of potential right now, but I think he's a little bit too stressful to play at the moment. But that's gonna be it for this one, my dudes. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop your boy a big old like, comment what you think about Kraven coming to the game in the comment section below, and make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any future Kraven content that I'm considering making right now. I'll be seeing you around. Another thing I should mention real quick is that he has some nice utility. He has the Disorient on the heavy attack, and he pretty much has 100% uptime on true accuracy, which can also counter miss with a synergy. Okay, so that's really good. I didn't really cover utility or anything. So yeah, I'll be seeing you around.